Heidi, what are you doing? We have to stay on the outer perimeters of the store. You don't go towards
Who made
the
up
center.
that rule?
Doesn't everybody know that you stay in the outer perimeters where the healthy food is, not where the boxed and baked food is?
Oh, I like that stuff.
But that's not what we do with Activate Metabolics.
All right, as you guys are shopping and loading up your carts, make sure the majority of your cart is loaded with vegetables, multicolors, okay? A lot of people load up everything else and have a little bit of veggies, but the veggies should really make up the majority of your cart, because remember, cucumbers and cabbages are free foods always. Like, they should be great snacks for you guys. So make sure your cart is loaded up with plenty of greens, right?
Yes, and when you're buying your greens, I know it's easy to get the baked salads, right? Because they're quick and easy. You can open it up and eat it. But you might want to consider, like, instead of your baked romaine lettuce, get your whole romaine leaf and take it home, wash it, cut it up right away, get it in a container, and it's going to be healthier for you because they haven't put anything on it to prevent it from getting brown after you've cut it.
So as you start adding back in things like dairy and cheeses, make sure you guys are choosing the full fat and whole cheeses and whole milks rather than the fat-free or reduced fat kind, because those are just going to have added sugars and sweeteners in them.
OMG, Heidi, what are you doing? We're not supposed to go down the center aisles?
It's the ghee butter.
Oh, the ghee butter. That's one thing in the center aisle that we can get.
So speaking of ghee and butter and healthy fats, a lot of people are wondering how they can get their percentages of fat. Some people have a way high fat percentage and they think there's no way they can get that in. Well, just remember, you guys, if you take a look at this oil section here, there's olive oil, there's avocado oil, there's
Coconut
oil, there's walnut oil. There's so many different oils that you can add to salads as dressings.
And the one nice thing with ghee, like if you like to cook with butter, which you're going to be using your natural grass-fed type butter if you're cooking with it, but ghee cooks at a higher temperature like other oils do. So just as a different option to an oil, that's another way you can use the ghee. No, you can't have the cookie dough. So when you get into the butter section and you're wanting to get the organic or the grass-fed butters, some good options would be like the Keurig Gold butter is a great pure butter to use. Did I say Keurig?
It would be Kerrygold.
Kerrygold.
From Ireland.
Yes. Versus Keurig, like the coffee you're going to drink.
Okay, so Kerrygold is one of the more common grass-fed butters, but if you just read the label and if it says that it's made from grass-fed cows, that's also going to be another option if you know a better brand.
All right, just like Heidi was saying with the cheeses, when you start adding yogurt back into your diet as well, you want to do that same thing where you're going to go for the full yogurts versus the light yogurts, because your light yogurts are going to be just as sweet, but they're sweetened with fake sugar. So you want to be having that natural sugar, you want to be having the full fat, just as another source of getting that fat in your diet as well. And just be aware, look at the labels, because like this yogurt, for instance, is fat-free. It's your regular yogurt. It's got a very small ingredient deck, which is good, but it's also fat-free, where the yogurt Heidi is holding has 8 grams of fat in it. So you just read your labels on your yogurts, because
that is good fat. That's the kind of fats we want. And again, with yogurt and with salad dressings and stuff, eating those full fat versions, I know they've got the bad rep and people think they're horrible for you, but that full fat, that's going to allow you to digest nutrients better. It's going to allow you to absorb nutrients better, and so you always want to choose that full fat version, and that's going to help you get in your fat calories and percentages too.
Exactly.
Okay, so as you guys are stocking up your grocery carts with your protein, always remember that beef is still a healthy option. Obviously, you have your fattier cuts of beef, 75 and 80% lean, which are going to be cheaper, but we want to stay away from those because we really want to be getting that lean meat in. Okay, so obviously you move over to the 93% lean ground beef. That is going to be much better for you. And then you want to get your fats in with those healthier fat options that we already talked about.
And then also think about with chicken, because that is naturally a leaner meat. But you don't have to stick with just chicken breast. We kind of get that in our head, like chicken breast. But feel free to do the thighs and the legs, but just take the skin off. That's where a lot of that fat is coming in, is through the skin. So just remove the skin and eat the meat. To get a healthy fat in through your food is going to be picking something like salmon. Good protein. Where are you going?
Look, pancakes.
Yes.
They say protein packed.
They do say protein packed, but Heidi, let's take a look at the ingredients. I mean, there's some good ingredients, but check this out. 21 grams of sugar in one serving. 46 grams of carbs. Like
And really only 12 grams of protein. I thought it was protein packed.
Yeah, not so much. So beware of those labels that look like they're good foods. A lot of times they're not. That's why we shop the perimeters of the grocery store, little Miss Heidi. Okay, you guys, remember when you're shopping the outer perimeters, you're also stocking up on your good fruits, your dark colored fruits, getting a variety of those in as well, because they're going to have great antioxidants in them, which is just going to help in keeping you healthy too.
Yep, and a good, nice, sweet fruit. If you guys crave that sweetness, especially after you're done eating or something, you need that something sweet. Berries are often one of your best choices because they're super low on the glycemic index. They're not going to spike your blood sugar as much, especially when you pair them with that protein and fat with your meal.
Another way to get some good healthy fats in is through things like flax seeds. I almost said flaxseed oil, which you can get flaxseed oil as well. And then it also comes in like a powder form. The other thing, like what Heidi's holding, would be chia seeds would be another option.
Chia. Honestly, you can put these in smoothies, you can sprinkle them over your salads, you can do tons of things with them. These are a great way to add in extra healthy fats.
And then the nice thing too, like with chia seeds, putting them in smoothies and stuff, is it's going to help thicken them up. All right, you guys, when you are starting to add some more grains back into your diet as well, instead of thinking like your pastas and your breads and your cereals that are highly processed, other options to consider that would be healthier for you would be grains like quinoa or your rice that you're going to cook up, because they're natural. Nothing's been done to them, right? So these are going to be great options. Of course, they're going to be a little more time consuming, but it's going to be well worth it, and you can make big batches up at a time. The other thing that you want to consider when you're adding these back in is that you don't want to go for the quick, easy versions like your instant rice, because there's been things done to this, just like your baked lettuce that we were talking about earlier, that makes it where you can make it instant. You want to try to stick as natural as possible, so taking the time to prepare your meals out of bakes like this.
Yep, and that instant rice and minute rice and quick oats, things like quick, they're quick to eat, they're quick to make, but they're going to spike your blood sugar quick too. So you don't want to eat those things. You'd rather eat the jasmine rice or the long grain rice. And another healthy carb option obviously is your sweet potatoes. So that's going to give you some extra added nutrients. Potatoes are also good and filling, and they're not as terrible for you as people think when you eat them in moderation. Another healthy carb option for you there.
And with sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, you can make your own homemade fries.
Oh, my kids
with
love those.
Your healthy oils or butters.
Coconut oil on top of sweet potatoes, cinnamon.
Nothing better. Heidi, what is that? Reese's? I don't think that was part of our shopping list. What are you thinking?
I'm so hungry.
But are they in the outer perimeters of the store?
And don't ever go to the grocery store hungry.
Ever.